The Bookstore Encounter. The smell of old books and fresh coffee lingered in the air as Clara wandered the aisles of the little bookstore. It was her favorite escape, a quiet sanctuary where the noise of her responsibilities, her demanding job, her marriage that had grown stale, couldn't reach her. As she browsed the shelves, her fingers brushing the spines of well-loved classics, she heard a familiar voice. It was rich and warm, like a melody she hadn't heard in years, but still knew by heart. Clara? She froze. Slowly she turned, and there he was. Jack, the man she had loved fiercely in her 20s, the one she thought she would spend her life with before fate had pulled them apart. Jack, she said, her voice barely a whisper. He smiled, the kind of smile that carried both surprise and longing. Time had left its marks, silver streaks in his hair, faint lines around his eyes, but his presence was the same, magnetic and comforting. "What are you doing here?" she asked, her heart racing. "Just passing through town. I always visit bookstores when I travel," he said, holding up a worn copy of The Catcher in the Rye. "And you?" "This is my escape," she admitted. "Life gets overwhelming sometimes." They laughed nervously, the weight of unspoken words settling between them. Before long, they found themselves sitting at the bookstore's small cafe, reminiscing over coffee. They spoke of everything and nothing. Clara told him about her career, her children, the life she had built. Jack shared stories of his travels, his passion for photography, and his quiet, solitary life. Hours slipped by like minutes, the world outside fading into irrelevance. The spark between them reignited, a warmth that had never truly dimmed. But reality loomed, unspoken yet undeniable. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Jack glanced at his watch. "I should go," he said reluctantly. Clara nodded, her heart heavy. "Me too." They walked back to the shelves together, the finality of the moment pressing down on them. "Before you go," Clara said, "what's your favorite book here?" Jack hesitated, then pulled a copy of The Great Gatsby from the shelf. "This one." She smiled, retrieving a pen from her bag. On the title page, she wrote, "I'll never forget you. Clara." "Yours?" he asked. She handed him her favorite, Pride and Prejudice. Jack opened it and wrote on the inside cover, "You'll always have my heart, Jack." They exchanged the books, their fingers brushing for a fleeting moment. "Goodbye, Clara," he said softly. "Goodbye, Jack," she replied, tears welling in her eyes. He walked away, disappearing into the evening light. Clara clutched the book to her chest, knowing they couldn't turn back time, but grateful for the brief chance to rediscover what they had once meant to each other. In the years to come, whenever she opened The Great Gatsby, his words reminded her of a love that had shaped her, even if it couldn't stay.